Hi folks, I know, I'm sort of laughing. I was just thinking of something before I started this, and now I'm bloody hoping I don't get the giggles. And it wasn't that bloody funny. Today is a mishmash of things. Mishmash as in bits and bloody bobs. But I can't call everything I do bits and bobs. Today, bits and bobs number 221. Mishmash. One or two bits. I bought one yesterday. I bought something today. Something else today, which is unusual. And then one or two bits. I'll show you one or two bits that I've bought over time and give you a bit of inspiration. And oh, what else we got? Oh yeah, two other videos that are coming up, but I'll tell you about those. And another video that's coming up if I decide to flip and do it. I'm not sure. We will see. Okay, first bit I got actually was yesterday. I did put a little tiny video up in Instagram, but I'll show you today. And it was this. It was a charity shop, and I'm just a bloody sucker when I go in these places and I see things. Oh, bloody hell! There was a gorgeous big clock yesterday, white. It was a bit expensive, and I thought, where the hell am I going to put it? But I would have painted it black. But it was nice. But I found this, and this was £2. And there you go. It's a little alarm clock, Roman numerals, and an alarm on the top, which you can hear. And actually, although it looks really cute, and that's going on the little side thing at the side of my bed. Whether or not I ever have it to wake me up, I don't know, because but if you look at the back, it is battery. I don't mind battery actually. I've got a really old bloody, I think it's Art Deco clock, marble, and it's really nice, 12-day motion, whatever you call it. You wind it up, lasts 12 days. Never bloody winding it up, I kept forgetting. So I'll give you an idea what the alarm sounds like. It might work when I turn it on. No, but if I turn the alarm round, it should. If that don't bloody wake you up, I don't know what the hell will. Might be the first and last time, is it? Flying clock. £2 anyway, charity shop. One man's junk is another man's treasure. I'm flipping going by that. What else did I buy? Well, I got this today. Saw it come in the charity shop. Ooh, maybe a couple of weeks back. Quite liked it, and I thought, nah. I thought, well, if it hangs about, and maybe it hung around because they sort of put it on the wall there, and then when they had the door open, it was sitting behind the bloody door. But I believe, I looked it up, it's a rucksack, backpack, apparently for kids. Saw some of the pictures of the kids on the site. It looked bloody big on them. But it's called Mad Packs, and it's not leather, it's that stuff, whatever you call it, that looks like leather. would I use it? But this is it, brand new. These are today £58, 58, 5 and 8, and I got this for £3, and it might look a bit strange there. It's like I said, I believe this is the first design they ever did, this company that produced these, and if you look at the size of it, that will fit a human adult. It's pretty neat in a way. It's semi-punk style. Got these sort of spikes. It won't spike a thing. There's 1, 2, 3 zip pockets on the outside, and they're really flipping heavy, good quality zips. And on the inside, if I open this up, there's this I should imagine this bit back here that velcros up. That I believe is called a laptop pocket, so you can actually put a laptop in there. What the hell you like? Put your granny in there if you fit. A zip pocket at the back. With those. Don't blame me. Come in there. Only bought it today. Bloody hell. Anyway, yeah, nice big gap for other stuff. I think some goth, some punky people would wear that. £3 for a £58 backpack. It's in bloody good nick because whoever had it, which seems like it was a girl come woman, looked after it. Why they get rid of these things, I don't know. That was those sort of bits today. The other bit I want to show you, which is crazy. Tuesday's market day, and there's always there's a big stall on there, sell sweets, cakes, and everything. And I'm a bloody sucker. I go there and I come back with loads of cakes and all sorts. And just lately I thought, cut them down a little bit. But today I went and I saw this and I thought, I've got to have one, and if I just buy it to bloody put on here and put a picture up, it costs £1, and its best before date is July this year, so it's still got some wear in it, heat in it, up to the end of July. And then folks, it's a best before date. It's not a used by date. It doesn't mean on the end of July you go whoopee and throw it over the bloody wall into a bin or something. It just means best before date means by the end of, they deem by the end of that month, I said, it'll be at its best, the ultimate best. After that, it may go downhill a bit. And what they mean by that, it's not going to bloody poison, it just means it might go a little bit softer, it might slightly change its colour with time, or it might taste a little bit different, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not at its best. And this is what it is. Ta-da! It's a spooky gingerbread house, which I'm assuming probably came out Halloween. But it's in a box, and in the box it's sealed tight, vacuum sealed by the looks of it, in plastic. So I took it out there, now it's still in plastic. Perhaps should I do that? Probably bloody fall to fit something there, isn't it? Let's have a look. There you go. For £1. Like I said, I just thought it was flipping fun and bought it to show you. Haven't seen one of them Halloween or since, so they've popped up. Anyway, that's what I bought. Nothing else. Now I'll show you a couple of bits that, 2 bits I really like. One bit charity shop, one bit bought from a shop. I'll show you the bit I bought from a shop. Some might have seen it before, but it's this. I went in our local shop. It's what I always call the hippie shop or the pagan shop or whatever, but they sell bits of all sorts. Thank you. Yes. Gotta start charging them bloody rent on my iPad. I saw it in the shop and I did it a bit and thought, oh, should I, shouldn't I? And it wasn't that expensive. I can't remember what it was, because I take the labels off. But I just flipping loved the design. Wait till I got home and had a look at it, and I thought, have a look at the bloody size of that spine. Look at the hip bones and the spine. This, well, it's a winged skeleton, so whatever species it is, they have a bloody big spine. Do you not think? No wonder it needs this bloody thing to hold itself up. Put 2 little tea lights in the top. What the hell you like, really, but I really love that. That's one thing I show. But that was bought. Now, I want to just show you this because this is an example of what I always talk about, charity shop buying and that. If you go once every bloody blue moon, just on the sake of it, you're going to get maybe what's over there. If you go quite a lot, if you're in town quite a lot, nip in and out of them every time you go. Nip in, have a bit of a banter with the person behind the desk and a bit of a laugh, and they get to know you, they get to know you by name and whatever. Blah, blah. Anyway, I got a message one day, Trevor, got something, I put it upstairs in the shop here if you want it, you know, if you want to come in and get it. So yeah, day after or something like that, I went in and said, oh, put a thing upstairs for me. And there it was. Now, the other thing about this sort of thing is the amount of times I go in the charity shop and walk in the doors, they say, got something for you, there's something upstairs. And they come down with something with my name on. Did you put this away? No, just to put it away for you then because we don't know anybody else. So, yeah, the more you go in, the more you get to know the people, the more they get to know what you like, what you buy, what you take away, they will put stuff away for you. And if you're Goth and you're buying the sort of things I buy, as soon as something comes in that's weird and bloody wonderful, your name's on it, you buy it. Anyway, I went in and this is what it was. And I really love this, and again it's battery, needs sorting out. and that is a really nice clock. I love the fact that it's all like this is how it's meant to be broken, and I suppose it goes with this grim looking skeleton with wings. I don't know, I don't think it's supposed to be the Grim Reaper or anything, but how flipping cool is that? It works, and that cost me £10, which I think if you went and bought that originally, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more than £10. Now this is the result of using charity shops and shops like that, and not just walking in the door, walking out, talking to people, getting to know them, having a laugh. And I don't do that just for that sake, because I like people. I like to have a bit of a banter and a laugh with them and a bit of a joke, become friends, not just so they'll put things away, but it's a good thing for you to do. But I just love making friends, and I think when you're Goth, it doesn't hurt to have friends, does it? But isn't that bloody cool? So yeah, think about that, folks. If you do charity shop, go in a lot more, get to know the people, make friends with them, have a bit of a chin wag and a flipping laugh. Last two things. Sometimes I'll wear these studded collars and that sort of thing, and I've sort of put on there, oh, I made this one, and I've had a couple of people ask me to do demos how to knock cheap ones up. And I was in a shop today and they were getting rid of stuff, and I found these two belts, 50p each. It wouldn't have mattered if it was leather or it wasn't leather, it would have still been 50p. And one person that asked me to do a demo said, can you use flux rather than leather? Can you still make them? And I'm assuming that's a name for this sort of stuff that's fake leather. I'm not sure. But first thing I'll say is, if you're going to make these and you want to put studs and that in and spikes, that's a pretty reasonable thickness, if you can see that with my finger. I've had thicker belts, and I'm going to have to look online, see if you can buy studs and that, spikes with a longer bit. But the ones you generally buy, yeah, they'll definitely go through that and you can attach the back. But if it's some things are that size, now that's double, and that's not very thick, but those spikes and that, although it's pretty long, it won't catch, because the bloody hole inside the spike it doesn't catch at the beginning of the hole, it bloody goes right in and then catches, which, why the hell they do that, I don't know. So, a video coming up, how to turn these into a collar. There'll probably be one pretty plain and one a bit ornate, because I'm bloody, I get crazy with things. So there's that. And the last one, oh yeah, no, second to last one actually. I'm going to do a video on how I would dress to work in a corporate job. See a hell of a lot at the moment about Goths and what they can wear and what they can't wear because they work corporate jobs and that sort of thing. Well, you do unless you've got a really, really bloody good boss or company, you have got to dress down. You can't go in like you would like to look. So I'm going to show you how I would dress down to do that sort of job and still keep my identity. Like I said, the job I had for over 30 years, 35 years or something, I had to hold meetings and go to meetings and goodness knows what. So I'll give you an idea what I would do. And the last video, which I don't know if I'm going to do or not, is this Dracula. People, for goodness knows bloody why, like me flipping reading things. I think they're flipping lay on the floor with their legs in, they're having a good laugh. Which if you do, that's fine with me. Because if I can make somebody happy, I'm happy. But Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm not going to bore people stupid by reading the bloody book to you. You can find audio books with some bloody wonderful people reading them to you. And there's some bloody awful ones. Crying out loud, why they do it. That is me. Now what I thought I'd do is I'd do a short sort of excerpt. Is it an excerpt? And I'll do it on the, what's the word, the premise of Count Dracula, what it would be like if Count Dracula was me. Because it's just one of them things that he happens to be a count and talks with a Transylvanian count's sort of English type voice. Well, if I had happened to have been a count and become a vampire, and I was called Count Dracula, what would it be like? How would the book be compared to this one? Using these words, but Dracula will be spoken as I would be Count Dracula. So if I decide to do it, we'll see if it's a bit of fun. See if Count Dracula would have been worth turning into a film. Or did they go over the shoulder, mate? Might be a bit of fun anyway. So that's it really. The one or two things I bought, plus the little house, a couple of bits from the shop, and an idea what you can do if you want people to remember you, and when the weird and wonderful things come in the shop. Because I'll tell you something, you're not necessarily taking it from anybody else, because one thing, weird things tend to go to weird people. Chances are no one else would probably buy it. Chances are it might not even get in the shop. I might put a picture up of just after this of a candelabra I bought. It was going to go in the bin till one of the men said, I know who'll buy that. And it's bloody gorgeous, but I like it. So make friends with them, and there'll be a couple of videos coming up. Whether or not I do the Count Dracula one, I don't know. I'll have to think on it. So folks, have a great Monday, because it is Monday today. If you're listening to this on a different day, have a great day, whatever it is. See you later.